all of you. Myself, Dr. Pragnya Robade, Associate Professor, Rajnashari Department. Welcome all dignitaries, delegates, respected teachers, and all students. लोकनेते राजाराम बापू पाटील आयुर्वेद मेडिकल कॉलेज Hospital, PG Institute and Research Center, ISLAMPUR arranges guest lecture on the communication skill development under capability enhancement and development skill. On behalf of our institute, I heartily welcome today's eminent speaker, Dr. Madhukar Nair sir, Principal of Prakash Public School, ISLAMPUR. I also welcome our today's in-charge dean, Dr. Ranjit Mohite sir, PG Director, Dr. Pramod Kanap sir, PhD Director, Dr. L.R.P sir, Hospital In-charge, Dr. Vishal Patil sir, Director of Prakash Shikshan Mandal, Mr. Sandeep Yadav sir. I also welcome to all respected faculties and students. Now I request Dr. Ranjit Mohite sir, In-charge Dean, Loknete Rajaram Bapu Patil, Ayurved Medical College, Hospital, PG Institute and Research Center, ISLAMPUR, to address all respected dignitaries.
Good afternoon, everyone. On the behalf of our institute, Loknete Rajaram Bapu Patil Ayurvedic Medical College, Hospital, Postgraduate Institute and Research Center, I welcome today's guest speaker, Honorable Sri Madhukar Nair sir, Principal, Prakash Public School, ISLAMPUR. Sir, our institute is started in 2002, working under the guidance of our beloved founder, Honorable Sri Nishikant Bhosle Patil Sir, Chairman sir, Dr. Sanjay Jadhav sir, Secretary, Dr. Nitin Bhosle Patil, Sandeep Yadav sir. Our college team work under the guidance and the direction of our respected dean sir, Dr. Virendra Gintede sir, PG Director, Dr. Pramod Kanap sir, PhD Director, Dr. L.R.P Patil sir, and Hospital In-charge, Dr. Vishal Patil sir. So our college is recognized by the Government of Maharashtra, Central Council of Indian Medicine, New Delhi, Department of Ayush, New Delhi, and is affiliated to Maharashtra University of Health Sciences, Nashik. Our institute has 14 full-fledged departments as per the norms of the council and the university, with the total intake capacity for the UG 100, and in 9 PG subjects. We have the 9 PG subjects, total intake of 64 capacity for the PG. Also from 2019, our 1920, our institute is recognized the PhD center in 9 subjects with 33 intake capacity. We have the ISO certified institute 9001-2015. We are now working on the for the preparation of NAC and LLH. Our institute has implemented number of schemes like Gurukul system, parent teacher scheme, study circle for the development of the students. Our training and placement cell, internal quality assurance cells, and student welfare cell has arranged today's lecture on communication skill for the student and the faculty. I am very much thankful to Nair sir for accepting our invitation and give his valuable time for today's lecture. Once again, I welcome Dr. Madhukar Nair sir and all the faculties and students who have participated in this lecture. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you sir for your kind words. Now let's head towards today's lecture of communication skill development. Let me introduce today's distinguished speaker, Dr. Madhukar Nair sir. Sir has completed degree from Kerala University, DID post-graduation from Shivaji University in English Language and Literature, B.Ed from Madras University. Sir has obtained doctorate from University of South America. Sir has 42 years of teaching experience, out of these 20 years as a principal. For the last 5 years, sir working as a principal in Prakash Public School, Islampur. Sir is a CBSE master trainer. Sir has conducted more than 50 workshops and trained 5,000 teachers. With this brief introduction, I request Dr. Madhukar Nair sir to proceed and guide us on today's topic, communication skill development. Please.
Thank you. Shall I start?
Sir, you have the opportunity.
A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, congratulations to the team of L.R.P. For their achievements, whatever they had, which Sir Mohit sir mentioned, and also best wishes for all the future endeavors. I was told that they are looking for getting NAC accreditation on the best wishes. This is the second time I was given an opportunity to talk to you, to interact with you. Last time, I don't know whether you were the same students with whom I interacted in the month of June, I believe, June or before that. So on that occasion, I spoke about written and verbal communication. I don't know whether you remember it or not. You were there? You are present, somebody? Right, okay. Today, my topic is communication skills in English, right? Specifically. You all can see? Okay. Let me take this opportunity to thank the entire team of L.R.P. Medical College for giving me a second chance to interact with you. With that, I will talk today's session. I will start today's session. See, communication skill, irrespective of the language, doesn't mean that the one who speaks in English is a good communicator. One who speaks eloquently, fluently, and one who is able to convince his points to the listener is a good communicator. Irrespective of the language. Even if you speak in Marathi and your points are being received by the listener, that means you are a good communicator, right? But today, I'm focusing on English communication skills. Skill is an art. It's a skill. You have to master it. Now, whenever we speak, 80% of our time we spend on preparing the minds of the listener. Isn't it? There was a youth boy who was walking through the street. He was so hungry. He went to a nearby restaurant and asked, "What is the cost of the vada? That will subside my hunger." He said 5 rupees. Restaurant owner said 5 rupees. He took one vada, he ate it. That did not subside his anger, hungry. Did I say anger? Sorry. Hungry. Second one, he took it. He ate it. That also he could not subside his hunger. He took third one. He took fourth one. He took fifth one. 7 vadas he ate. After having the seventh vada, he was happy. He got his anger, his hungry subsided, and then he asked, "What is how much I pay?" The supplier wrote the bill, 35 rupees, 7 into 5, 35. He said, "I will not pay 25. It is the seventh vada that subsided my hunger. Therefore, I will pay only 5 rupees." My communication was very clear. I asked the question, what is the cost of the vada that will subside my hunger? Correct? First one did not, second one did not, third one did not, fourth one did not. It was only after having the seventh vada, his hunger was subsided. Therefore, I pay only 5 rupees. In South, we say that is a Sapta Vada Nyai. Sapta Vada Nyai. Sapta means 7. Got it? Right? So everything today, my point of interaction will come to an end whenever you feel that I have delivered the seventh vada. Got it? And even after giving a lecture for a period of 2 or 3 hours, still the students not happy. There was no response. They are listening to my class or lecture to my class because some of the teachers are present here, therefore you cannot show any kind of boredom. That means I have not given, I have not delivered the seventh vada. You understand? That means I have not delivered whatever today here, whatever you wanted. For what purpose you are here, which I have not delivered, not I failed to deliver it. Okay? With that, we'll start. Right? So whenever you feel that I have delivered the seventh vada, you can clap your hands, I'll stop. Understand? All of you are understanding what I say? Is there any problem you want me to speak slowly or use any other language? Are you following what I'm talking to you? Okay, right. You must interact. Right? You should talk. You must give me some kind of responses. That will give me more energy, more enthusiasm, more inspiration to deliver more. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, English has been a very fantastic language, has been enjoying a prominent status. It's a universal language. Today, 1400 millions of people communicate in English throughout the world. And more people try to learn English because English has become a global language. World is shrinking, right? World is shrinking and world all over the globe, all over, coming closer and closer. We have to interact with the common language. English is the window to the world. English is a global language. Therefore, for communicating, we use English language. Today, last time, when I spoke, somebody can help me? Please roll the. Oh, it's already there. Okay. It's as a skill language, right? See, listening, LSRW. This is the sequence of learning a skill, learning a language. If you go by this skill, you can master any language. Irrespective of, that's what I said, irrespective of language. The learning process should be this. Right? First and foremost is listening. Listening. I don't know whether last time when I took the class, I studied or not. See, you you already passed class 10 and 12th. You must have studied history up to class 10. You must have studied Russian Revolution. Am I right? Russian Revolution? No. Nobody studied. French Revolution, American War of Independence, Russian Revolution, all these things. It is already there in the 9th or 10th syllabus. You must have studied. Maybe you have forgotten. Okay. Russia was ruled by Emperor Nicholas II. Emperor Nicholas II. The title given to the Emperor of Russia was Sir. You are right. Okay. Sir Nicholas II was the ruler. When Leo Tolstoy wrote a drama in 1909, Leo Tolstoy was writing a novel, drama. This Nicholas II, his wife was Catherine, and there was a priest in the palace, Rasputin. Right? The emperor used to rule Russia as per the whims and fancies of his wife and Rasputin. He was never interested to see the welfare of the subjects, of the people. The spies of Nicholas II informed him that Tolstoy is writing another book which will be dangerous because people in Russia get inspiration after reading the novels and the books written by Leo Tolstoy and Maxim Gorky. Nicholas and Goethe got it. He was summoned. Leo Tolstoy was summoned. Nicholas told him not to continue with the writing of the present book which you are writing. He said, and that should not be published. But though the book was not published, reading clubs were formed throughout Russia. The manuscript copy, handwritten copies of the drama written by him was read out loudly in a huge gathering. 100, 200 people used to gather during night times to hear the story of this particular drama, and one person used to read out loudly. Again, Nicholas was informed by his spy system that though it was not published, people are familiar with the story because night reading clubs are formed and people are listening to that. Manuscript copies of the book are available. People are listening to it. Right? He was again summoned. He was again called. And this time the punishment given to Leo Tolstoy was sit in front of him and narrate the entire story of that particular drama. Leo Tolstoy started narrating the story and the emperor listened to it. He was listening. And towards the end of that drama, even that cruel Leo Tolstoy saw that even the cruel emperor Nicholas II was also weeping, crying. Tears started rolling down. Such a beautiful story it was. He said, I am repenting for not allowing this book to be published. This book should be published tomorrow itself. So the very next day, it was published. In the history of world drama, that was the drama. Maximum number of copies were sold out in a single day. This initially this drama, the title given to this drama was Anesia. But when it was published, Leo Tolstoy changed his name. He rechristened it as The Power of Darkness. The Power of Darkness. Because this story became popular during night time. People used to listen to the story. The story became popular by not by reading, but by listening. Now my question is, why was that such a drama prohibited in the beginning without knowing the story? Because this emperor feared that if people read Tolstoy's, Maxim Gorky's books, they will be mentally prepared to wage a war against him. A revolution will take place. Okay, a revolution happened. Revolution means change. Revolution means sudden change. Understand, isn't it? A revolution means a revolution happened. That is the power of listening and reading. You have to see, there is no need of going to Russia. In Maharashtra, Lokmanya Tilak started Maratha and Kesari, two newspapers. He also started Ganesh Utsav, Kovat, to create awareness among the public. Understand? People were illiterate, they were not much educated. How can we create awareness? How can we drive the Britishers away from India? Through mental preparation. Mental preparation. That is possible. Reading, listening. Reading is very powerful. So these are the skills. Listening, speaking. Second one is speaking. And then reading. Reading is very important. Reading is very important. I'll give an example. 1975. The Nobel Prize winner for literature was Pablo Neruda of Chile. Pablo Neruda. Name of the poet. 1975. Can anyone tell me anybody who won Nobel Prize for India in literature? Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore, Gitanjali. Okay, so this man, Pablo Neruda, was a poet in Chile, and he won the Nobel Prize in 1975 for a collection of poems. In that, in one of the poems, there was a line: "Go and see the blood on the street." That is what was the thing. Go and see the blood on the street. What does it mean? See, the scene is like this: a madman standing in front of the palace of Chilean emperor, and the emperor looking at him, and this mad fellow tells him, "Go and see the blood on the street." That means, go and see the sufferings of the people on the street. People are suffering. You are not giving any kind of solace to them. You are not giving any kind of welfare to them. Go and find out how the public, how the subject are suffering. And if you don't take care, you are going to suffer. He did not listen. He did not pay any attention to it. And finally, a revolution broke out. He was overthrown, and the emperor was beheaded, and the people's power came to power. That was a scene. Change. That is the power of reading. Power of reading. Now among our new generation, can you give me a bottle of water? Anyone, yeah, you can get it from outside. Somebody, you not having. You can tell me or ask somebody, to bring you one small bottle of water. Okay, that's the power of reading, right? And the last, I'll make a change. This is for the beginners. You are not a beginner. You already went through all these phases. Therefore, I'll make it. The last one is observation. Observation. Understand? Observe people how they communicate. Their body language. So, if you want to be a good communicator, observe other people. How do they communicate? Understand? Writing, you can do it. You already write. All those who write question answers, notes are not writers. Understand? A writer is one who writes something that will inspire others. Maybe in the form of poetry, maybe in the form of a short story, maybe in the form of a novel. Anybody among you having the habit of reading, listening to others? Nobody. Be free. You can talk, should interact. You can speak in any language, no matter. Nobody is having any habit of reading and listening, have you ever read any novel or any other short stories? Short stories and all you have to read at the time when at the time of exams. You must have 10th standard, those who have completed 10th standard, and a novel you have to study. Short stories, plenty you have to study. Apart from that, any other serious reading do you do apart from your syllabus? No. Okay. So these are the 4 language skills. The 4th one is writing, and what is one more you can add, which is observation. What it is? Observation. Observing others. Observing communicators. Observing human beings to learn, to understand their body language. Okay. Now see, 4 skills I have told you. Out of which speaking and writing are productive skills. Speaking and writing are productive. It should come from your own. You have to protect it. It is. So for doing that productive skill, we should have this receptive skills. You are receiving it from others. That is listening and reading. Right? That is receptive. Which examples I have given you now about Pablo Neruda's and which other one? Leo Tolstoy. Isn't it? Those are receptive. See, unless we receive from others, unless we develop these receptive skills, you cannot do anything on productive skills. Question answer exam also, exam. Also, you are doing the same thing. You are receiving from your professors and lectures, and then reproducing it at the time of examination. The other one, either in the form of viva or writing part, theory part, isn't it? So, apart from that, this we are doing it as a student. But apart from that, you see, there are some people who have the ability to hold, ability to attract public on a large scale. example, Maharashtra, Acharya P.K. You must have heard about him. No. He was the editor of Sakal paper. 4 times he was elected to the Maharashtra legislative from Pune as an independent candidate. A very, very good orator. A very good leader who could produce political satire, who could speak and hold the public through his eloquent, sarcastic way of talking. Isn't it? Have you read any stories of Acharya P.K. Have you heard? How many of you have heard about him? I just now said it. He was the editor of Sakal paper. He was a 4-time MLA from Pune. Good orator, written many books. And apart from that, he was also a good storyteller. Katha Kathan in Marathi. He used to talk. And through which he could hold public on a large scale. Right? So these are productive skills and receptive skills. Right? If you want to produce something from your part, you should be a good listener first, good reader first, good speaker first. Okay, next. Okay, interlinking of skills. That's what I told you now. Listening. See, as a parent, see, I am born in Kerala, but at the age of 1 or 2, I was brought to Maharashtra. What I speak, my mother tongue or the native language. A child who is born in Maharashtra is sent to Britain, America at the age of 1 or 2. He will be more fluent in the language of the region, isn't it? Language of the region. Listening. See, language is what? Producing, imitating sounds. Imitating sounds. A child at a very younger age listen to you, listen to the elders at home, and then try to reproduce it, try to imitate that sounds. Those are words. Right? So, listening and speaking is interlinked. Unless you listen, who cannot hear, maybe cannot talk also. And who cannot hear, may not be able to produce words. So it is imitation. Language is imitation. Whatever you listen, wherever it is, wherever you go, you will imitate the language of the sounds of that area, that region, isn't it? So a boy who was born in Kerala, brought to Maharashtra, he'll speak better. Or after 3-4 years again, he is shifted to some other place, he'll pick up the language of that area also. Because he is listening the language of that area wherever he lives more than his mother tongue. Therefore, those sounds he will try to imitate. So he will pick up all those languages. Reading and writing. Reading and writing. Reading any kind of serious writing. Say poetry. Poetry cannot. What is the difference between poetry and prose? Prose, we can write in the same manner we speak. You understand? Same way. What I talk now, same way I can reproduce it. A short story I am writing. My style of talking, the same way I can write it. But poetry will not be in the form of prose. It will not be the same. Understand? While writing a poem, we have to take into consideration different styles of writing. There are about 110 styles of writing in all languages, not only in English language, even in Marathi. If you write a kavita, poem, you have to see the rhyming scheme. You have to see the figures of speech. Figures of speech. What is figures of speech? Alankar, Bhasha Alankar, isn't it? Upama, Ulpresha, Rupak, simile, metaphor, alliteration, personification, all these are figures of speech. Those things should be included. For that, we have to read. Unless all of a sudden you get up and say, I'm going to become a poet. Today onwards, I'll start writing poems. Not possible. Poetry will not come to your mind. Isn't it? You have to read for that. A kadambari cannot be written all of a sudden. I cannot. Tomorrow I decide, hey, I got a lot of, I completed post-graduation, I have completed my professional degree, I completed my doctorate and all. Therefore, let me write a novel from tomorrow onwards. It is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It will happen when you master the art of writing skill. For that, reading is a must. Reading is a must. You have to read many poems written by so many people. You have to read, and then you should have an interest. You should create an interest. A kind of creativity is involved in that. And your feelings, your imaginations, all these things will come into that. To whatever you imagine today, later on we can put it in form of writing. Maybe in the form of a novel, maybe in the form of a short story, maybe in the form of a poem. But for that, you have to master all styles of writing. For that, reading is very essential. Reading is very essential. You have to read. Simple thing. You are asked to write a report, newspaper reports. For that you should know how a report begins, how it ends, what should be the content. Isn't it? Suppose you are asked to write a notice, simple thing. You should know that. What, when, how, where. Answer this question, you'll get a notice. Isn't it? So likewise, for all serious writings, you should know its structure first. For that, lot of reading has to be done. Yes, sir. Therefore, it is interlinked. All these skills are interlinked. Okay, part one is skills of expression. That is skill of speaking, skill of writing. This is what I told you. Speaking, you have to master, so that you have to communicate. Speaking is possible only when you are a good listener. Right? Whichever may be the language, not only in English. Even you want to be a good communicator, good speaker, good orator in Marathi. For that, some kind of homework you have to do it. You have to be a good reader first. And a writer, to become a writer, writing skill can be developed. A kind of creativity is there within you, and a kind of interest if there is an interest within you. All cannot become writers. All cannot become writers. You can become writers, different styles of writing. Isn't it? Pune Deshpande was a humorous writer. He was also a journalist. Humor Humor, Acharya P.K. was also a humorous writer. Right? Now, when we talk of expression, if you have seen Charlie Chaplin's movies, have you seen it? Anybody seen Charlie Chaplin's movies? If you have not seen it, you can search, Google it and find out. Charlie Chaplin in modern times, no dialogues. No dialogues. Charlie Chaplin has produced 125 movies. 124 movies were dialogueless. Only expressions. Dialogueless. Only one picture had dialogue, that is The Great Dictator. The Great Dictator, he wanted to, there is a political satire. He wanted to mock. He wanted to tease the overall ambition of Hitler that was shown in The Great Dictator. Now, modern times, again, it's a sarcastic movie. It is also a political satire in the name of development. In the name of development, what are we are developing, but by destroying our great culture, heritage, isn't it? You see, it is available in this thing. You see, Charlie Chaplin in modern times. There's a movie. See that there are very good movies. City Lights, no dialogue, but you will enjoy expressions. Through expression will make you laugh. Skill of speaking, I told you. For that, what you have to master. Skill of writing also, I told you. What you have to master. You all cannot become writers all of a sudden. It needs preparation. It needs creativity within you. Okay. Part 2 is skill of comprehension, understanding. Skill of, see, whatever I am telling, you should be able to comprehend it. You should be able to understand that. Otherwise, this is a futile process. It is a futile process. Right? This exercise is not going to benefit anyone. My talking will become useless unless you take it seriously. Isn't it? And if you are receptive, you are receiving, if you are receiving it, what I say, that is possible. Skill of comprehension is possible through these initial skills. Listening and reading. What I speak, if you are comprehending and whatever it is, there are class 10 and 12, your exam, English language exam is based on skill of comprehension. Anybody from CBSE or state board also? Anybody from English medium CBSE? You have done it. You can pass class 10th or class 12th exam without even studying, without even touching textbook. Am I right? Huh? Why? Because the focus is on comprehension. For passing class 10th English CBSE or class 12th CBSE, if a child is good in English language, has a good sense of comprehension skill, definitely no need of studying anything. She can or he can walk to the exam hall with a pen, one or two pens, and because the entire question is based on comprehension. Entire question is based on comprehension. You read the given passages, questions are below that. Easily, if you are able to comprehend it, you can answer. Okay, for that, listening skill and reading skill is very important. All right, next one. Okay, skills of something. Can you see? Sorry. Skill of speaking skills. Soft skill development. There's another video, there's another one if time permits. You know, speaking in a very respectful manner, using the word please, please lend me a pen. So when to use or how to speak politely everywhere, that is the soft speaking. Okay. When to give, wishing people, greeting people on various occasions. These are the things that we have to develop ourselves. Greeting, wishing, thanking. Courtesy and good etiquette, good manners. All these polite request is a part of skills. Method of apologizing. How to apologize? You committed a mistake. How can you apologize to a person? You know that. You realize that. You realize that I have done a mistake. Normally, even if you realize that I have done a mistake, I will not be ready to apologize. If the other person is mightier than us, I'm afraid he might kick me out, kick me, he might beat me, then we will apologize. Not that. Realizing, understanding, I have committed a mistake and I should say sorry to him, apologize to him. That should be the way. Method of attracting attention. If you want to get work done, you are visiting an office, and then the moment you enter, nobody is there. Start shouting. There's nobody here. I want this one, so nobody will entertain you. Nobody will entertain you. There's a polite way of speaking that will attract attention of anyone. They will attend you. They will ask what purpose you have. So those things I have made another slide, if time permits. And before that, the seventh order is delivered. I will not show that. You understand what I said? If time permits, I will definitely show. Okay. Body language, very important. You see, the Europeans, people from the Western countries, they are very clear. More than the words, the action speaks. Action, more than, am I right? Have you observed how a European speaks, put their opinions across? If not, see Charlie Chaplin's movies. Body language here. You can enjoy. Okay, I said it. Charlie Chaplin movies, no dialogues except the great dictator. Okay, self-introduction and introducing others. Self-introduction and introducing others. Now somebody, you are going to attend an interview. Okay. And your CV or biodata is already with them, in which you have mentioned about yourself, your name, your address, everything is there, your qualification, everything is there. And then the interviewer asks you, please introduce yourself. How do you begin? My name is Mr. Padhuban. I'm MBA. I have got 20 years of experience. Which is already there. This is what you have given to him, isn't it? This is what you have given to your interviewer. This is what it is mentioned in your CV, which he can read and understand. When you are told to introduce yourself, apart from that, which is not there, whatever is not written in your CV, you have to introduce. Understand? Your name and other things, it is not to him. Already know it. And it should be done in a very polite, respectful manner. Telephonic conversation. Okay, before making a call, you should have an idea, clear-cut idea. How can I put across my idea in a short time, within a short period? I don't want to elaborate it because I'm making a telephone call. Okay, talk to the point. Talk to the point. Only whatever is necessary. Like application for jobs. These are skills of writings. Effective correspondence, business letters, combined letters, requisitions, enquiry letters, resignation letters, CV, biodata, resume, etc. But unfortunately, what is happening is, even after completing our post-graduation, even after completing our professional degrees, many of them fail to write a proper letter in a proper manner. Okay, even emails are not written properly, then you have to master it for effective correspondence. Yes. Yes, sir. Next. Okay. What makes you an excellent speaker? Be a good listener. First quality. Unless you listen to others, you cannot be a good speaker. Is it possible? Not possible. Understand? See, I have migrated to Maharashtra at the age of 20. At the age of 20, I got a very good friend, Mr. Kulkarni. We were very close. You know, daily newspapers, Marathi newspapers. He used to read Marathi and then he used to translate for me. Okay. During spare times, we used to discuss about he was a good mathematics teacher and a very good reader. Any book, after completing his reading, he used to come and give a brief introduction about that book, which he read it. Many jokes he used to translate. Translating jokes literally is very difficult. Many jokes or many communications or conversations between Ajahn P.K. and Fredi Swami he used to translate for me. So every Sunday, I used to make it a point that morning 10 o'clock, because Sunday was the only free time I used to get. I used to make it a point to learn these things and I used to go to him. 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock, I told him, sir, I come for this particular reason. I want to learn Marathi. The number of books which he read, the number of authors, all these things he used to tell me, learn it, so that we should be a good listener. Okay. There's a book written by B.S. Kandekar, Yayadi, am I right? Pronunciation I know, which is translated into Telugu by our late Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao. Narasimha Rao could speak 16 Indian languages. 16 Indian languages. He could speak 16 Indian languages, including Marathi. So this particular Jnanpith Puraskar is a yearly one. Jnanpith Puraskar for literature, like I told you about Nobel Prize for literature, about Pablo Neruda is again. Like in India, that is a Jnanpith Puraskar, that is the biggest, greatest award that a writer gets, right? So yes, Kandekar won that Jnanpith Puraskar for that particular book and it was translated. This I have never read it. I have never read it, but I learned it through Mr. Kulkarni by listening. By listening. Understand? You should be a good listener who use positive body language. Am I true? Practice frequently. See, you want to communicate in Marathi or you want to communicate in English or any other language. Mental preparation should be there. You can think in the same way. In the same way, you are going to be expressive. Same way you can think. Same language you can think. You should think. Then only you will be able to express it. Think about your pronunciation. Pronunciation differs from man to man. Man to man. Okay. Suppose we speak in English, there is always the influence of mother tongue. Right? Always there will be a little bit of influence of your mother tongue in your English. Right? If you go to the south, again, there's a lot of mother tongue influence and because of that pronunciation. Pronunciation differs from place to place, from man to man. Right? Now, if I speak in Marathi, definitely there will be some changes in the pronunciation, and you will be able to understand this man. This man is not a native speaker. He has picked up Marathi maybe of recent times. Let's say very easily can understand because of pronunciation. Okay, think about your fluency too. How often I make pauses while talking. Whether you are able to speak eloquently, whether you are able to speak continuously without thinking, without any kind of pause, PAUSE, stops. Okay, that will determine your fluency. That is think about the pace of your speech. How eloquently I can deliver my speech. Okay. Use positive body language, make eye contact and smile. There should be a connection between the listener and the communicator. Okay, make eye contacts. I'm trying, but many of them are looking down. Eye contact should be there in between you must speech should be humorous. To attract your attention, I should use or my speech should be a little bit of humorous. I should you must feel that the communicator is looking at you. I am looking at you. He is noticing me, what I am doing, therefore I should be attentive. Okay. Think positive about the topic. Try practice tongue twisters. You know this in Marathi, Anupras, Alangar, Anupras. She shells on the seashore. Tongue twisters. Correct. Alliteration. The figure of speech is alliteration. Alangar in Marathi, it is Anupras. Correct? Now, words like this in Marathi, that you must practice it. Alliteration. Tongue twisters. There are many words like that. Okay. One of them I studied. Keep developing your intonation. Modulation of your speech. Low and high pitch. Whenever it is required, low, lower your, that is intonation. Low and arohan or avarohan. There's a music when you practice music. No, nobody practices music. All of you, please stand up for a minute. Now sit down. Sit down. Okay. Nobody sings. Nobody has learned music. Nobody has learned. Okay. Intonation is the high and the low pitch while talking. Modulation of your speech. Okay. Modulation is while learning music is same thing. Arohan. Okay. Now, suggested activities for it to acquire good communication. These are the group discussion and the presentation. This is a presentation. You can form groups, peer group discussion among yourself, 5-6 people. Okay, put a thing, decide about a topic. Diesel, fuel price increase, how it affects us, and what we have to do. Any topic you take of your concern, today's concern, discuss on that. And when you discuss and think in the same language you want to develop your communication skill. Okay. Debate, participating in debates on a particular topic, debating each other. You are putting forth your views and let other debate on it. Elocution, speech, topic which is already given to you, and the other one is extempore. You don't know the topic. At the time of your talk, 5 minutes before the topic is given to you, and then that is extempore speech. Discussion. You can communicate among yourselves. You can communicate in English. Thereby, through discussions, you can develop your vocabulary. You can learn something from the others, and you can also give something to others through discussion. Mock interviews. Now, YouTube channels will get plenty of mock interviews. IAS, those who are IAS aspirants, their preparation before attending the original interview, they go to different coaching centers, or they go to different prominent IAS officers, and they undergo this mock interviews. How to give an interview? How to give an interview in English? So mock interviews they are done. Storytelling. A story you are ready. Next day come and whatever you are ready, deliver that story before others. Thereby, you can improve your language, you can improve your vocabulary, others by listening. So two skills are there. Brainstorming, you are put together and a particular topic is given to you now by me. And I request you to, come on, tell me your opinion. That is brainstorming session. Some lecturer or professor walks into your class and say, you have to think within 5 minutes, everybody has to give me an opinion about so and so topic. I want you to think on this particular topic and give me your opinion. That is brainstorming session. Okay. Then narration, description, narrating about some incident, describing about something. All these will help you to develop your communication skills. These are the activities you have to do to improve your language skill. Okay, whether you want to improve in Marathi or Hindi or even English, this is the thing that you can do to improve your language skill and can master, you can be a master of your language. To master any particular language, any language, this is the way, these are the suggestions that you have to do it. And I think with this, okay. Oh, it's a different. It's all right. I'll give you tips. Okay, that's a different one. Okay, with this, I think I have completed my version. If you are having any doubt, 10 minutes time I'll give you. You can express your opinion. Right? Thank you, all of you, for lending your ears patiently. And 10 minutes time, and we can deliver. You can, if you want to clear, you have any queries, anything to be cleared, you can ask me, and I'll try to clarify. No.
Yes, please, if anyone has inquiry. काही शंका आहेत का? काही विचारायचं आहे का आणखी? So, thank you, sir. Thank you for such a deep, informative, and interactive session on communication skill. Sir had focused on, if we listen properly, study on it repeatedly, then we can become a good communicator. Thank you, sir. Thank you to our institute for giving such an opportunity to for such a lecture. Thank you, one and all. We'll conclude the session here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.